going on, everyone? It's me, Buddy from Everything Dogs, and in today's video, I want to talk about 3 things you should know before getting a dog. From the outside, having a dog looks like a lot of fun, and don't get me wrong, it is. But more often than not, what people don't realize is that it comes with a few red flags, not to mention the time and effort needed to care for dogs, which is significant. On countless occasions, I see new dog owners being caught on the back foot mainly because they didn't know that having a dog can impact several other aspects of their life. And so I thought it would make sense to make a video to help people understand a few things involved in being able to care for dogs, which will hopefully help you to decide if this is something you want to get into. Before moving forward, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. We make videos every week, and also be sure to follow our Instagram where I post fun content about my dogs every day. One of the things you might be surprised to know after getting a dog is that traveling can be challenging. Whether it's a short road trip or long vacation, you will need to think about making arrangements for your dog to be cared for while you're away. And this is not always easy. If you have the luxury of taking your dogs with you, then great. But often, such situations will require your dog to be with someone else. There are a few things that you can do, like consider leaving your dogs with your friends or family who are able to care for them. This would be ideal, especially if your dog is familiar with them from before. But we live in a real world, and this may not always be possible. Another alternative is pet boarding centers. You will find these in most cities in India that will keep dogs for a cost. They do a reasonably good job of feeding your dogs and taking them for walks, but beyond a week, this can get expensive. And there are other challenges too. Not all boarding centers can cater to the needs of all dogs. This can lead to dogs feeling neglected and suffer from separation anxiety. Also, leaving your dog in boarding centers will expose him or her to any infections that other dogs carry, like illnesses and parasites. This is certainly true in the case of our Hugo, who absolutely cannot survive in a boarding center unless he connects with people. The last time we tried a boarding center, we couldn't keep him for more than 1 week because he simply refused to cooperate with them. He would howl if kept alone, would not eat, and felt badly ill too, as separation anxiety in dogs can impact their immunity. So if you are someone who likes to travel, you should be aware that having a dog can certainly affect your ability to leave for trips on short notice. For the second thing, this may sound obvious to some of you, but there is a cost associated with maintaining and caring for dogs. And sometimes new dog owners may be surprised to know the cost involved. So when you do find out that dogs can rack up quite the medical bill, it can be stressful, especially if it's not planned. The only solution here is to plan in advance. I've made a full video about how much it costs to own a dog in India, and if you haven't watched that yet, please make sure to click on this link on your screens right now. I talked about many aspects in that video, including their food, grooming, accessories, vaccinations, and other medical expenses that you can expect. Apart from this, dogs can also cause damage to your household items that can sometimes create a financial stress as well. What is important to understand here is that while we cannot fully prevent this, we can take steps to reduce the probability and the extent of the damage by puppy-proofing your home. I've talked a bit more about puppy-proofing and how to prepare for a new puppy in one of my previous videos. If that sounds interesting to you, please head over to this link and watch that video. Overall, it's certainly not impossible, and with well-organized planning, you can definitely maintain a dog on a reasonable budget. I won't go into specifics beyond this, so make sure to go back and watch the videos that I've made on these subjects. Lastly, this one may also sound obvious, but your dogs need time. And the key to having a well-behaved, healthy dog is dedication to training and grooming, both of which need you to invest your time. It is far too common in India for people to purchase expensive and exotic dogs to keep them tied or caged pretty much all the time. Dogs are not meant for showcasing, but instead we need to see them as family members who need love and affection. Dogs cannot be kept in confined spaces and should surely not be forced to live without human interaction. We need to spend time with them every day, showing our affection and ensuring that they are being exercised and sufficiently engaged each day. Another common thing we see is that dogs who are mischievous are not given a second chance and abandoned because of their behavior. We must remember here that we will reap what we sow. And what I mean by that is, there is no such thing as a bad dog. Only poor training and indiscipline that causes undesirable traits in good dogs. And so, in addition to loving and being affectionate to our dogs, we also need to spend time in training them. Most dogs have the drive to perform simple tasks, and this needs to be channeled appropriately into good behavior. And if we fail to do that, you shouldn't be surprised to see your dog use that energy for mischief. At the end of the day, they are animals and require us humans to commit ourselves to training and spending time with them in order for them to develop into healthy and well-behaved dogs. And this is entirely in the hands of the owners. So if you have an extremely busy schedule and are not sure if you can give your dog enough time, especially during puppyhood, I would encourage you to consider carefully if a dog is indeed the right pet for you. That's pretty much what I wanted to share in this video. Truth be told, there are way more than 3 things that one should know before getting a dog. But these are just some of the most common things that I see new dog owners realizing within the first few weeks of getting their new dogs. The worst possible thing we can do is to adopt the dog and give them away. This has a huge impact on them emotionally and can scar them for life, leading to more severe conditions like separation anxiety. It is truly heartbreaking to see dogs that are abandoned because their owners were just not prepared enough to care for them. And so, I really hope that this video helps educate and prepare anyone who is considering getting a dog. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section if there are other important things that we should know about. If you want to continue learning more about dogs, please subscribe and stay tuned to the content coming out of this channel. As always, share this video with your friends who love dogs, and I'll see you guys in the next one.